Hello, how are you? I hope you are fine. This is Dr. Sivakan Pathak once more in front of you to take one more important topic, that is potential energy. Here in this potential energy, we will see what is its statement, what are its characteristics, what are the formula, and how this formula is utilized to solve the certain problems, and how this formula obtained, what is the base behind to obtain the formula. So let us start the topic potential energy. In the previous lecture, we have dealt with the energy. So when I was dealing with the energy, I told to you, energy is capacity or ability to do the work. This is capacity or ability to do work, and it is of two types. One is the kinetic energy and another is the potential energy. We have seen about the kinetic energy, in which kinetic energy is energy in a body due to state of motion. But see, what is the potential energy here? Potential energy, although stored in a body, it remains, it is due to the position of a body. See the term position here very carefully, due to its position or its configuration. The 2 point is very important here. See, when we draw, we can see here in this diagram here, this configuration here in it. So this configuration, and one more thing is very carefully. Please see this. Potential energy of a body can be changed by applying the force. So when we apply force on a body, the value of magnitude of potential energy may change, may increase, may decrease. So this is the possibility. So force is changed, this energy. Now see carefully here. Potential energy measured in joule. Joule is the unit through which potential energy is measured. Same like as the kinetic energy or energy. There, the unit which we explained in the previous lecture, that heat energy measured in calorie, kilocalorie. This small energy is measured in electron volt. In CGS system, its unit is erg, and joule is a unit in ESI system. Here, now see carefully in this case. Few examples of potential energy are given below. What are these examples? First, stretch or compressed coil spring. See here, this is the normal position of a spring here given. Now when you stretch, here in the diagram, spring is stretched up to a distance x. So due to its position, the potential energy is stored in it. This is called, by virtue of its position, the potential energy is stored, and we will derive in this lecture this potential energy here in is half kx square, where k is called a spring constant. So potential energy is stored in it. Another example is given. Water stored up at a height in a dam possess potential energy. We have seen, some of we have seen dams where water is stored in a reservoir at a height, and it allowed to fall from height to down. So at height, potential energy is there, Now it's converted to kinetic energy when it fall from higher height to down. And when it's water falling from height moves down and collides with the propeller of turbine, this turbine run and generate electricity. So this is the conversion of potential energy to kinetic energy, finally into electrical energy. So potential energy is stored in a fluid when it is stored, this water in a dam at height. Now another example is given when any object is placed above to the surface, above to certain height. Here in the diagram given S height, so here potential energy is stored in this case. So these are the three examples through which here it is explained how potential energy is stored. Now we are knowing that it is denoted by capital U. The sign is very important, and now we will discuss some of the points when we start the potential energy concept. This potential energy concept is here. Potential energy of body due to the gravity above the surface of Earth. We will discuss potential energy in a body due to the acceleration due to gravity. How it is, we will see later on. Potential energy of a spring when it is compressed or elongated. It is compressed or stretched by application of external force. How? And we have discussed just before this potential energy measured in joule. This thing I want to connect with the previous lecture, how this various units and interconnection of one unit into another is explained. So we will explain the 2 points basically here. One, potential energy of body A of the surface of Earth is dependent on acceleration due to gravity G. And second, potential energy in the spring is stored when it is either compressed or elongated. Compressed, elongated, the spring. These two topics we will see today. Let us start. See, potential energy is normally two types, it is explained also. The one is the gravitational potential energy, another is the elastic potential energy. So we have taken a two topic here. So first of all, we are going to see the gravitational potential energy. To see this gravitational potential energy topic, we want to see here some point here very carefully. Let the first underlined point here in this, all bodies fall towards the earth from a certain height. When something is dropped from height, certain height, right? It moves down and on a body, a constant amount of acceleration due to gravity acts. We are knowing the value of this also. 9.8 into 9.8 meter per second square. And in CGS system, this value is 980 centimeter per second square. Now let us consider a body is placed here on this a certain height above the earth's surface. Here in the diagram given, see carefully, let this diagram here, we will see this diagram. Let's move the here in this diagram a body is kept h height above from the surface. So in this potential energy is stored. I was taken an example of this. This potential energy is stored in this case. So let us consider a body is kept on h height above. Now when body begins to fall from height towards the surface at any time t, and when it falls and up to a certain height h dash, this h dash is less than the height from above the surface. This is the situation when consider somebody is kept here on this having height here. When it starts fall, let's this position is here. So this height considered H dash. This H dash is less than H. Here in this case, when it is fall towards this, during when this fall, it works up. Force acting on this equal to the weight of body, that is mg here, and it's moved down. This work done is here given. See mg, the distance traveled, the total height is here, and after t time, it's fall down, and from a surface, its height is h dash. So from top to the position, this height becomes the distance traveled. Total displacement here in this case is h minus h dash. We can say this amount of work. This is equation number 1. How this explained here, see carefully here in this case, this total is h kept above the earth surface. The potential energy is stored in it. This potential energy, now when it's reached here at this position, now consider this height is h dash. Now distance travel is this much only. So total is h. This much is suppose h dash less than h. So upper distance d is h minus h dash, which is given the work done, which is obtained by formula F into d, and here force is x due to weight of body, due to acceleration, due to gravity, it is mg. So force is mg here and d is h minus h dash. So now it's become mgh minus mgh dash. So this equation speaks. See carefully. Let me see. Let me take this pen here. Let me clear one thing. It is clear that work done depends upon difference in height. This difference in height is here. It is also represented in the diagram. See very carefully this case. That is why this potential energy is dependent on the gravity, the work done, amount of work done to bring here. So potential energy, or more accurately gravitational potential energy, can be associated with the body such that this is equal to mgh when it is kept on a reference point on a certain height here. Right? So total work done, when we will take here this total energy, it is work done, amount of work done to lift from here to here, from bottom to the top. Work is equal to force into displacement. Force is equal to weight mg and height is h. So work done is here mgh. This work done is stored in form of potential energy when we keep on the top of body. Actually mgh is a work done when you lift a body from surface of earth to above h height. So work is done. What is work done? F into D. Right? F into D. F is mg equal to the weight of body and D is the h. So mgh is work done. And when we work on a body to lift a body from surface of earth to certain height h, this work done is stored in form of potential energy actually. Right? So this potential energy, see carefully, it's depend on now these parameters h minus s is very important here, where h is the reference point here. So see very carefully here in this case, all these lines here remove. Now let us see this position, where h is the reference point. Here in this, when we have calculated the potential energy at 2 points, at one point between the reference point and the bottom at h dash. So it was mgh minus mgs dash we have calculated here. Mgh minus mgs dash by equation 1. This mgh is initial potential energy and it is a final potential energy. It is initial is mgh, final is mgh. So work done is here to against it. So when we see the work done, it is negative to potential energy. Potential energy is greater at a height and smaller at a lower height. So this is work done. Work done and potential energy, see carefully. When we work on a body, we lift a body against the gravity. We work on the system. When you work on the system, this work is said to be negative. It is a negative of change in the potential energy from one to another. So it is potential energy is greater at height here and lower at height H2 here given. Now see, at any height, the potential energy is at any height, we choose any position of object and fix is a 0. We can choose any position in the body and fix it as a 0. Gravitational potential energy level and potential energy above the level would be mgh, right? So this important is a very important point. What does it mean? This mean I will explain by this example. Here potential energy is given 0 at the bottom, but actually it is not true. Lower place we can fix any energy which remains in the body due to its position, by virtue of its position. Normally in the gravitational potential energy concept at the surface of Earth, we are taking for a simplification the potential energy is 0. We can fix any value. And if we fix any value or 0, then at a certain height above this value, the potential energy is by formula mgh. Keep in mind it is a very. So these are the points, key points to understand the concept very carefully. So we can fix these things. It is dependent on us. Here the second point is given here. Potential, the position of 0 potential energy is chosen according to the convenience of problem. Generally our surface is chosen as a position of 0 potential energy which A. But we can't say that for every body when spring is compressed on the surface of Earth, how can we say that its potential energy is a 0? Right? But in case of this, when you are mathematically, when you are treating this change in potential energy under gravity, then at Earth's surface we are taking as a 0 only. One important point is note in this equation, equation number 2, it is misprint here, is valid or even in the case when object of mass m is thrown vertically upward from height h to h dash, where h dash is greater than h. H, comma, here is given. Point to keep in mind. What are the points to keep in mind regarding this potential energy? If a body of mass is thrown vertically upward, when you throw something above that surface up to height h, right, its potential energy goes on increasing. When it reaches, goes on increasing due to increase in height. Because I was told to you in beginning that potential energy is dependent on height. mgh is a formula decided me. So h is 0, potential energy is 0. That is why in gravitational potential energy on the surface we are mathematically taking 0 and formula is based on this concept. So when it's thrown upward, its potential energy starts increasing due to increased height. and at particular height h, it is given by formula mgh. I'm saying it's vice versa, reciprocal. When we drop something from a certain height h, then its potential energy starts decreasing by its maximum amount mgh. And in this case, this potential energy neither created nor destroyed. According to the law of conservation of energy, it changes from potential energy to kinetic energy. That is why our next topic is conversion of gravitational potential energy to kinetic energy. So to see this, let us see carefully here. In this case, consider an object of mass m placed at height a capital H above the surface. Consider an object is kept capital height above the surface. By virtue of its position, its potential energy is given by this formula. This is mgh. See here, mgh by this formula. When we drop this body from a certain height down, so h is capital H starts decreases. So acceleration due to gravity, capital G, that is 9.8 meter per second square x constantly in this. As a result, its speed goes on decreasing, kinetic energy goes on increasing, because kinetic energy is given by formula of mv square. Kinetic energy is dependent on velocity. Velocity is increases, kinetic energy increases rapidly. So its potential energy decreases and converted into the kinetic energy. So when body drops from a certain height, capital H, it's moved down, its velocity increases due to acceleration due to gravity G. Velocity increases means kinetic energy increases, potential energy decreases. So this is the conversion, changing of potential energy to kinetic energy. And let us analyze this conversion here by the diagram. Here in this diagram, see carefully here, from upper, this is the bottom surface, it is upper surface. The total height is, see the diagram very carefully, capital H. Here at the top, the velocity is given 0. See the symbol very carefully here in the diagram. This is the bottom where height is a 0. Here when we drop a ball having mass m from the top here, which weight is mg, a downward force due to its weight comes mg downward, and when it's moved down, its velocity continuously goes increasing, and before striking its velocity has a maximum velocity Vmax, and the top velocity is 0. So moving from here to bottom, its velocity goes on increasing. So kinetic energy goes on increasing, and before it strikes the maximum, and potential energy goes on decreasing. Height position H1, H2. H2 is height from here. Its velocity is v2, and from height h1 it is v1. This is the difference in both. The position in h1 and h2 is denoted here by delta h or d. So see carefully here in this how it changes. Now at any position at instant, let here at this point where red symbol is here, let this height is here. So at this position, the potential energy is given by formula mgh, and velocity take v, and potential energy mgh at any. Now let at these two positions where it is given in the diagram, h1 and h2, where velocity is given v2 is and v1. So v2 is greater than v1, because as goes on down, velocity goes on increasing. So at h2, kinetic energy is more. Half mv1 square is more than half mv2 square. So see here we have obtained change in kinetic energy between these two positions. mv1 square by 2 minus mv2 square by 2. mv1 square by 2 is greater than mv2 square by 2. So this is equal to mgh work done. This potential energy is converting in kinetic energy. So change in kinetic energy is equal to the potential energy between the gas. This is mgh. In place of h here is h2 minus h1 rd. See very carefully. This is the right. So mathematical formula is obtained. This is equation number 3, where d is a distance between two positions h1 and h2, where body is reached at a time let t1 and t2 when it is dropped from a certain height, capital H, here in the case. Now, corresponding to change in potential energy, at position 1, let potential energy is mgh1. At position S2, the potential energy by formula mgh2. mgh1 is greater than mgh2 because h1 is greater than h2. So change in potential energy is mg2. Negative sign here, why he put the negative sign here? h1 is greater than h2, so numerically it is not negative. But here negative sign put. What does mean of negative sign? This indicates that decrease in potential energy, which is exactly equal to the gain in kinetic energy. Now see compare equation 3 and 4. The right side mgd and mgd by magnitude in both is same. This is gain in kinetic energy in the positive sign and loss in potential energy. Gain in kinetic energy is equal to loss in potential energy. So when you will see the right side in the magnitude is equal, it means left hand side is also equal. So this is two equated and transferred. Here, this is transferred here. U1 is transferred on this side and mg2 square by 2 transfer on that side. So it is this factor is only. Kinetic energy at position h1 plus potential energy is h1, kinetic energy at 2, potential energy is 2. When we see this total energy, total mechanical energy, the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy at position A is called total mechanical energy. At position h1 is equal to total energy at h2. So this is a change, converging of energy. We have seen in the energy neither created nor destroyed, but it can be changed from one form to another. So it shows. This shows that the total energy, kinetic energy and potential energy is conserved. There is a conservation in the form of energy into another during the, but sum of both remains constant. This point is very important here. This important conclusion we are drawing from this above explanation, that what is this, and where we maximum energy is in form of potential energy here. Here height is 0, potential energy is 0. Here kinetic energy is 0 because velocity is 0. Here maximum energy is kinetic energy. Then you move from, body move from top to bottom. Here total energy is mgh, here also total energy is mgh, and here in between the sum is anywhere the energy is mgh. We will show here just after this. This is the diagram which shows the sum of energy remains conserved. This is a constant. Converging from, if kinetic energy is decreasing, potential energy is increasing when it's move upward, but when it's move down, potential energy decreases and kinetic energy increases. This is the case. Now see. So this, see here this statement. Here, see this total statement here. The total energy of a system, kinetic energy and potential energy is conserved. There is a conversion of one form of energy into another during the motion, and but its total sum remains constant, same, no change. How can we prove? It can be proved by this calculation. The diagram is the same. Small h is equal to capital H, means it is at a top position when velocity is 0. This implies that kinetic energy is 0. And potential energy is mg capital H on the top. This implies that the total energy, that is sum of kinetic energy is potential energy. Kinetic energy is 0, potential energy is mgh. So 0 plus mgh is equal to mgh, this total, right? Now at height h, let this height h is in between any position. When h is h, the v is v. So kinetic energy, this implies that kinetic energy is half mv square and potential energy is mg capital H minus small h, this kinetic energy, and potential energy is mgh. So if you avoid this formula very carefully, see kinetic energy is half mv square and potential energy is mg. Right. Now this half mv square, when we will put by the formula of third equation of motion, v square is equal to u square plus 2gs, we will find that v square by 2 will be replaced by h minus h by g, mg h minus h, right? So lower part energy remains in form of potential energy and upper part height is converted in form of kinetic energy, and upper height is capital H minus small h. So add both. When we add both mg h minus h and mg h, mg small h and mg small h cancels and remain mg capital H. Now see carefully, at the top, the total sum of energy is mgh. Second thing, at any point between top and bottom, where it's remain both kinetic and potential, the sum of both is the kinetic energy comes mg capital H minus small h and potential energy is mg small h. So by adding it's come mg capital H. Whereas h is equal to 0 in this case, means at bottom where velocity is maximum before collision. So maximum kinetic energy half mv square. This total potential energy converted into, so these two are equal, mg. Now here potential energy is 0, so sum of both is mgh. This mathematical calculation shows that when a body is fall from a certain height under gravity, when on a certain height, the total energy is in form of potential energy moves down, potential energy converted into kinetic energy, and before strike, the total potential energy is converted in kinetic energy. At bottom, potential energy is 0. But at any point in the path, either top, bottom, or any point in between, the total energy remains constant, that is mg capital H by this consideration. So this is the important conclusion so we draw, and it can be understood by this graph. One thing is very important. Graph speaks a lot. There is a lot of importance in the graph in the physics. What is that importance? That see you, when this, see in this graph, this is the top position, right? This is the total energy. The maximum potential energy is here, mgh. When some potential energy decreases, kinetic energy increases. So your maximum potential energy is here. This is decreasing and becomes 0. And kinetic energy is the 0 here. Increases. This is the kinetic energy mass. This is conversion of kinetic energy and potential energy. So this graph clearly speaks a lot. Students, this is my one suggestion. You must have idea to read the graph. And physics can be understood by graph, can be understood by graph more clearly. Once we have a habit to read the graph, we can never forget the concepts in this. Now see, we are going to see, this is a gravitational potential energy. This all about the gravitational potential energy. Now we want to see the potential energy of a spring. So in the beginning I told when it is compressed or stretched, due to position of compressing or due to position of elongating, stretching, the work we are doing work done. This work done is stored in the body in form of a kinetic energy. This is stored in form of kinetic energy. So potential energy of a spring, let us here see the diagram. Horizontally a spring is there, mass m here is connected. K is here denotes the spring constant of a body. It's a natural length. When it is elongated by its mass, the elongated length is given at 0 here. So in that condition, kinetic energy, whatever work is done to elongate it, this energy is stored in form of potential energy. When we once release it, it's moved horizontal motion. There is no gravity field. It is, we are not showing in direction of vertical motion under gravity. It is not, here is no influence of acceleration due to gravity. So that is why this diagram is represented horizontally. It's moving horizontal motion. When it's compressed, the compressed length is here shown minus x naught, x0. So when both conditions, when it's moved, when it's once we stretch, we do the work. This work is stored in the within the spring in form of potential energy. When it's released, now it's again compressed, reach to their equilibrium height and moves another side. It's moved simple harmonic motion in horizontal plane, right? So it is the conversion of potential energy to kinetic energy. The normal condition of the spring is taken as this reference line. See very carefully in the diagram. When it is stretched, this is a position, compressed, it is a position. These are the points we are considering. When we move a force and space in this position, a restoring force acting there. When we start the simple harmonic motion, I will give the concept of restoring force. Restoring force arises when we stretch and its tendency to bring the spring in its natural position, initial position. So restoring force acts and it is directly proportional to the displacement in the body. Negative sign of this displacement is given x, and which is the restoring force produces in the body when we stretch. Restoring force is still opposite to the force, external force. This external force is to elongate the spring, and restoring force is generated within the spring to oppose the external force. And this restoring force, as this displacement increases, elongation decreases, this restoring force also increases with negative sign. That is why mathematically represented by this sign, this restoring force F is directly proportional to x. This is a negative sign. Here negative sign is put here in the equation 5 minus kx in formula. The force and displacement is related by this, and the direction of displacement is opposite to the direction of restoring force is opposite to the displacement. See here, In the diagram, it is moved in this side, restoring force acts opposite to it, just opposite to this. Here in this direction. Elongation in this direction, restoring force is here. Compression in this direction, restoring force is in this direction. So this is opposite to it. That is why it is given by negative sign. After removing the sign of proportionality, here minus sign should be here. F proportional to minus x. So here K is spring constant is here given. It is also called the Hooke's law. We will discuss there in detail when we start elasticity. There Hooke's law we will see. Right? This external force, this restoring force is due to external force, EXP. Right? And that is why this restoring force is minus Kx and minus Kx, F external is not in same direction. F external is opposite to the external force. So external force can be given as Kx because the restoring force is produces in spring due to extension, due to pulling on the forward direction. See very carefully, if restoring force is minus Kx, then external force is Kx. See very important. That is why minus Kx is minus external force. See the mathematics here. So by removing by external force is also equal to Kx, which is given in it. Here F and X both are negative. Work done in both elongation and compression of spring is stored in the spring in form of potential energy. And this potential energy can be easily calculated by integrating this work done for a small expansion F dx. Fx is the formula here. F external dx. F external force is equal to restoring force in the minus Kx. So for mathematical calculation, since it is dependent on external force is the Kx. So no need to go in the detail in a minus sign. So Kx, K is the outside, the integration of x dx is x square by 2, this is kx square by 2. So work done, this work done is stored in the form of potential energy. So potential energy is half Kx. Right? At equilibrium, the maximum energy remains in form of kinetic energy. Right? So when it oscillates, see carefully, when it oscillates, when we stretch, once we stretch and bring a elongation up to x is equal to 0 and it's released, it oscillates to and fro motion, form simple harmonic motion. In this simple harmonic motion, when it stretches up to here, the maximum energy is stored in form of potential energy of kx square. Here also half kx square. At this position, the velocity of the mass spring system is a 0. So kinetic energy is 0. But at the mean position, see here, the velocity is a maximum. It has a maximum kinetic energy. So see here in this case also, there is a conversion of potential energy into kinetic energy, and in this conversion at a maximum position, this means that kinetic energy is equal to the potential energy and maximum potential kinetic energy at the mean point, right? And this potential kinetic energy is half kx 0 square by 2 at the middle also, and total mechanical energy, the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy at anywhere in this oscillation. When we calculate every places, here this three calculation when x is equal to x0, velocity is 0, kinetic energy is 0, potential energy is 0, total energy is half kx naught square. When x at position kx square, this is the kinetic energy, this is the potential energy, sum is both. Now see at x is equal to 0 means mean position. Velocity is the maximum. So total energy is potential energy in form of kinetic energy, potential energy is 0, total energy is this. At another side at last, also total energy is same. So when we mass spring system oscillate horizontally, its total energy remains constant, and it is given by this graph. I told to you really that see, it is the main position. Kinetic energy is the maximum at mean position, zero at both extreme position. Potential energy is zero at mean position and maximum at this. So sum of kinetic energy and potential energy at any point here is remains constant. This distance is x naught. So these are the explanation under this case. I hope that you like it. This is my request to you people. Listen the video carefully. If you have any problem, write in comment box. It will help me great to improve the quality. So see here, let's see. We will continue to see in this case. To you people, thank you. Thank you. Have a good day to all.